Tight end is a barren wasteland this season and completely falls off a cliff after the top three studs. That doesn't mean we won't have plenty of opportunities to strike gold, though, especially late in the draft. I'm Dave Loughran with Awesemo.com, counting down your top 3 under-the-radar tight ends to keep on your radar for the 2021 season. But before we start, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and let's dive into it. I know. Chris Herndon again. It sounds crazy, right? And it probably is. But as the tight end 28, I simply can't ignore him given all of the changes that have taken place in New York. Zach Wilson is an NFL-ready quarterback who will obviously start from day one. The Jets made more improvements to their offensive line, trading up to draft Elijah Vera Tucker in the first round. And most importantly, Adam Gase is gone. Gase's offense finished 31st and 32nd in his 2-year stint as the Jets head coach. And in 3 years with the Dolphins, his offense finished 19th, 26th, and 28th. It's hard to believe that Robert Saleh and Mike LaFleur won't be able to bring dramatic changes to the organization right away, because it literally can't get any worse. And LaFleur ran the passing game on a 49ers team that saw George Kittle break the single-season receiving yards record for a tight end, which was then broken 2 years later by Travis Kelce. But Kittle finished with consecutive 1,000-yard seasons before playing only 8 games in 2020. Even with Kittle missing 8 games, LaFleur's offense targeted tight ends at a 24.1% clip. And of course, I'm not comparing Herndon to Kittle, but more so highlighting the potential that the former could have with LaFleur running the offense. Herndon has been a fantasy darling since finishing as the tight end 9 over the final 11 games of his rookie season, top 6 in standard formats. But those dreams have never come to fruition. He only played 1 game in 2019 thanks to a suspension and then an injury, and let a lot of people down in 2020. But as something we like to call a post-hype sleeper, this could be the time to take a shot on him when everyone else has given up hope. Herndon is completely free, even if you're drafting him in a tight end premium or 2 tight end league where he could pay huge dividends at the end of your draft. There was a lot of hype swirling around Tyler Higbee last season, and none of it materialized outside of one huge 3-touchdown game against the Eagles all the way back in week 2. A lot of the excitement surrounding Higbee had to do with his 2019 season, in which he posted a tight end 1 finish over the last 5 weeks of the year, racking up 522 yards and 2 touchdowns on 48 receptions over that stretch. Gerald Everett played only 6 total snaps in those games, though, either inactive or extremely limited when he did dress on game day. Everett is in Seattle now and could be a great late-round value himself, but Higbee benefits the most from his departure. Other tight ends on the Rams roster include Johnny Mund and second-year 4th-round pick Bryson Hopkins. So Higbee becomes the clear number 1 on a team that could show marked offensive improvement with the changes they made at quarterback. Matthew Stafford should be a significant improvement over Jared Goff, as he can open up the offense with downfield passing and should finally have the weapons, a balanced offense, and an offensive savant at head coach in Sean McVay. So while Higbee may have disappointed last season, it wouldn't be surprising to see him post a top 5 finish at his position given how little depth there is at tight end. You can grab him much later in drafts than he should be going right now, and while 2020 was largely a disappointment, Higbee has proven entirely capable of posting elite fantasy totals, as evidenced by 4 straight 100-yard games at the end of 2019. Before we get to our number 1 under-the-radar tight end for 2021, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out our new fantasy football only channel right here on YouTube by clicking the link in the description. Tight ends rarely produce in their rookie seasons, and in Adam Trautman's case, he was no exception. The Dayton product finished with only 151 yards and 1 touchdown on 15 receptions. But hauled in 94% of his 16 targets and played more than 33% of snaps in a crowded tight end rotation. The Saints spent day 2 draft capital on Trautman in 2020, and it appears they plan on using him sooner than later. The departure of Jared Cook and Josh Hill void 70 targets and 8 touchdowns from last season, while Emmanuel Sanders' move to Buffalo leaves an additional 82 targets to get soaked up somewhere. To be fair, Sanders would have seen fewer targets last season if Michael Thomas was healthy for more than half of the year, but the Saints still lost 2 key pass catchers and 2 of the 3 tight ends that played 350-plus snaps last season. Trautman is no guarantee to produce just because he's the top tight end option on a team that's pressed for weapons outside of Thomas and Alvin Kamara, but all the stars are aligning for him heading into the 2021 season. He has the athleticism and the blocking ability to be an every down player and could be the third option on a Saints team that loses Drew Brees to retirement but should be starting a gunslinger in Jameis Winston, who oozes with fantasy potential. Winston is a clear downgrade to Brees as an actual quarterback, but he could be a legitimate upgrade for fantasy based on his style of play, assuming Taysom Hill isn't the week 1 starter. Winston is a volatile quarterback who pushes the ball downfield and makes plenty of reckless throws that result in interceptions, but also in high-scoring shootouts. We could see Trautman improve immensely upon his quiet rookie campaign, and with a 12th round ADP as the tight end 15 at a barren position, you're taking on virtually no risk and all upside. Thanks for watching, and be sure to head to Awesemo.com for all of your fantasy football needs. We'll catch you back here on the next one.